Probably need to put that out first. Be tough to tow it without that.
We kick off a warming trend midweek on Wednesday with partly sunny skies, the high moving up to 52. Partly sunny Thursday, the high 55. Cloudy but warmer Friday, the round end of the week with the high up to 68.
28 degrees outside. Hoping for a little warmer, but the sun will be out. If I feel, or if I sound a little out of it or a little loopy today, got back from Missouri last night, or yesterday after driving through the night, and then got up super early this morning, 3:30, and we are back on the road. So might be a touch off kilter today. It is early March, obviously, and I feel once I get off the ice, I feel like a caged animal where you just, I'm just like chomping at the cage, trying to get out and trying to run. And it is fishing season, obviously. We're headed to Mississippi River. Always got to do a trip or two down here in the spring. Primarily because where else are you going to go? We're still at that stage where we had a lot of ice this winter. And I think that tail end of the winter made it, with the lack of snow and how cold it was, like late January into February. There's a lot of ice, a lot of places. There's really not a million places to go catch walleyes in a boat right now. Stay tuned. Should be a beautiful day. Spring fishing, Mississippi River. Hold or steady. All right, guys. Well, we are back out on the river. Beautiful chilly morning, but it's supposed to warm up today. I traded Mitchell out. We definitely made an upgrade. Traded Mitch out for my dad behind the camera right now. And we got today to kind of hopefully piece together some Mississippi River walleyes. Gorgeous morning out. It's supposed to be like 65 today. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can find not just a few of those nice saugers to catch, but what we're really on the hunt for is big fat females. So we might try to sacrifice some of the numbers, which we could catch, for some of the big ones and kind of put together a little bit of that puzzle today. So stay tuned. We got to find some fish, then hopefully catch some fish. Yeah, it has gone up. Here's the gauge height. It
has come up a little.
Yeah, I mean about a little under 2 feet. The river is a little bit muddier and a little bit higher than it was. Let's see all these other fish up in here. There's life around. We might just drag up this seam here. Let's see what happens. I'll drop the trolling motor here. Although we got the fancy front of the boat set up, we're going to fish from the back of the boat. Let's just drag it first. Probably start out with the old Dubuque rig. There's definitely more fun ways to fish, but this may be the most effective way to cover water for a lot of these cold, dirty water walleyes. 1/2 ounce jig, Kalen's tickle shad. And then on the back we got just 16th ounce jig tickle shad. Dubuque rigging basically all about doing nothing. Make sure you're basically just touching bottom with that heavy jig or just pulling it slightly forward and just kind of hovering it. Not a super exhilarating style of getting bit, but very effective. On. Well, that didn't take long. Nice one. Looks like decent, huh? That was like immediate. Did you whack it good? A little flipper walleye to start the day, huh? There you go. Look how muted. You can tell that water got dirty. Look how white they are. Out of here, buddy.
The bottom one, huh?
Yeah. Look at him. Smoked it. Hard hit, hard bite.
Yep.
Good eater. We're looking for a little bit bigger than that today, but We'll take all the bites. Thump. Yeah, we're just kind of working a little current break here where it's kind of a big shelf. These fish are pressed right up to the shelf edge. How's it going today? Beautiful day. Appreciate it. I hope we produce something for him to watch today. Or Mitch gets off his lazy ass and finishes my other video we filmed.
That's gotta be the hardest part of it.
Yeah, doing it yourself always sucked, so it's a little better now, but... Oh, I don't bit it. A short bite or something. Just dink, nothing. Just need like 4 or 5 of those big fat ones. I think you can be on them and be on them, and all of a sudden they just bite a little bit. Right there. Fish on. It's feeling all right. Head shakes are good. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Definitely gonna be a nice walleye. Not a giant, but a nice one. I think we're sitting on the fish. I think I've had a bunch of these bites that just didn't hook up. And I think this water is gonna warm up a little bit as the day goes on. And they're gonna bite a little bit better, but that's a nice one right there. 21 incher, 20 incher, just a fat one though. Now, it is our first female of the day. Not a giant, but look how he ate that jig. Out of sight, huh? Just a chunker. I think there's probably, if we were to like drift down river and just pop minnows, you'd probably catch a lot more fish, but these big ones, I just have so much success doing this with plastics like this. That is a beautiful sight on a chilly March morning, but it's already warming up like crazy. Look how pretty that fish is. I'll let him go. We just need to keep adding to them. We had a whole pile of bites where the fish just whack and then you just didn't hook up. And I think we're in the spot where there's going to be pretty good fishing in the afternoon. They just got to start eating the bait a little bit better. I was on that bottom jig. That is I believe they call it yellow perch. It's kind of a dark with a lot of that flake in there. That's a good bite. That's a good bite. All right. Piecing it together. We might want to stop and pitch right there, huh? I think they're finally starting to wake up a little bit here. Should be a nice fish. Absolutely smoked it. Thinking a little bit bigger than the last one. Oh, about the same. Actually, not as fat though. We'll take them though. We'll take them. There we go, baby. I think they're waking up, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, just working that little crease there. You guys can kind of see, I can kind of watch my bait and stuff on the live back there. And a lot of these fish are just, they sit in this current and they're hard to see until they move up to bite your bait. Just because they're, it's so much current hitting a lot of these areas where a lot of these fish, they're just real tight. You'll kind of bring that jig over the top of them and you'll see them kind of pop up and bite. There we go. Beauty. I'm spot locked. Do you want to pitch back in there?
Okay.
Yeah, just work that edge good. Yep. Yep. Not a giant here. We just kind of pulled the buke rigs through this little seam. Got 2 nice fish. Spot locked down. Started pitching the swim baits. There's one right away. Sauger. They're not all big in there. First sauger of the day. Very little guys. Yeah, he is. He's probably the only sauger that's not going in a live well out here today. Make a move. Spot number 2. A little shallower, just current seam coming off the main river here. See all these little like rolls in the sand here. That's what they like sitting on. Kind of like that right there. One, couple fish right there. Challenging part's always staying away from the small ones and trying to find the bigger ones. Now you want to try dragging it? See what we like, we'll cast it. Definitely a few around. I think we were just sitting right there. Wow.
How does that feel?
Absolutely smashed it. Head shake's not super wide, but he bit it good. Sauger. I could flip them in. They had the right attitude. And I'll link this jig down below. You guys have seen us using it a bunch so far this spring. But I'm convinced in this dirty water, look how much light that thing throws around. Got to make a big difference, don't you think? Especially in this muddy water. It's a tungsten show jig. And my 2 fishing trips this year so far have both, that has been the jig basically. Possibly the worst sandwich you'll ever eat in your life. But they've been fueling fishermen since their inception. Of course, didn't pack anything good for lunch today. All right, folks, here's the deal. Dad could only fish a little bit this morning, so just dropped him off. We ran downriver, we looked at some stuff, didn't really see exactly what I wanted to see. So now we got the solo show. We found some schools of smaller ones downriver, but I'm now going to run upriver, and hopefully, really these trips, all I want to do is like get my hands on a big one or two. Those were a couple nice fatties this morning, but if we can get a couple more of those and one of those like 6, 7, maybe 8 pounders, that's really what the name of the game is. So I'm kind of on a low numbers hunt for this afternoon, but we're gonna hope we land on some fish. And now we are running solo. Stay tuned. Right there. Fish on. Hit it good. Hit it real good. Not going to be giant here. Head shakes a little too close together. Should be a decent walleye though. Oh yeah, decent one. Nothing crazy here. We'll go for the old boat flip here. Just dragging that jig so slow. And that gold is throwing some serious light in this kind of weather. Beautiful, probably, I don't know, 19er right there. Again, he goes. It's real muddy water. You just got to fish through them so incredibly slow. And we're just basically sitting back there dragging this 3/8 ounce show jig at snail's pace, just barely making contact with bottom. We're sitting in like 14, 12 feet of water. And there's just a little sand shelf right here before it plateaus, breaks out into like the main channel. And those fish are just sitting right on that little shelf. Oh. I don't think that's a walleye. Don't think that's going to be a walleye. That was a very weird bite. If it is a walleye, I probably got him snagged. Look at that, it is a walleye. He picked it up right off the bottom. when you get these cold river water temps, you get a lot of them that just kind of like go down and trap it, hover it, just like that right there. He got it right in the meat. That's all it took. Fatties, man. Fatties. They're just a few pounds lighter than the one we're after, but one of the first days out in the boat of the year. Can't complain too much. Pretty much every fish I've caught today came on that color of tickle shad. It's the Kalen's tickle shad and yellow perch. It's kind of like a nice mix of like dark green, gold, a little bit of brown. But a lot of times those dark colors stand out pretty well in the dark water. Right there. Fish on, baby. Feeling decent. Feeling decent. Come on, baby. Spot lock down. It's definitely feeling nice. Come on. Oh yeah, nice walleye. Nice walleye right there. We'll scoop you up, bud. We'll scoop you up. Oh yeah, look at him. They're just solid, 20-inch fish right there. So unbelievably healthy though. Oh, forgot our cameras just sitting on the ground. How about that? Well, may not have got the big one today. We have certainly caught plenty of those. That is for sure. I realize that you guys are just sitting on the ground back here. We'll have to get you back up on the tripod. Holy smokes, dude. You guys see that? I swore I missed that fish. That was aggressive. Just a little 16-inch walleye right there. I can go ahead and take a screenshot of my side imaging right here. But there's quite a few fish just kind of nestled all over in here. And this has definitely been my go-to spot, I would say, of the day. Caught fish in other spots, but they really seem to be pretty thick in here. There's a lot more here than what I'm catching, and some of them are just a little bit fickle. Oh, wow, we are on some fish now, huh? Pretty ridiculous. They definitely seem to be biting. Each time I come back to the spot, it's like they start biting a little bit better. Where you at, bud? Where you at? There we go. Another nice walleye. We're just on the cookie cutter eaters here, man. But for one of our first days on the river of the year, no complaints from me with a whole bunch of hook sets. Can't stress how important it is to just go crawlingly slow. You almost want to fish a jig that can just almost not touch bottom, and it's just sitting back there just kind of like wisping around real slow in the current, and then those fish are sitting in there looking up current, and that bait just kind of drifts across their nose real slow, and the hope is that they bite. Not a bad first day. I've seen better, but I've also seen worse. The hook sets were plentiful. Not a bad first day at all. Well, folks, there we go. Another day is in the books. Beautiful day out on the river. Caught plenty of fish. Was hoping to nab a couple larger ones, but hey, for first go at it, can't be mad with setting the hook a bunch of times. Wanted to kind of try to film a little bit different video today where it's a lot less, it's almost like you guys are just chilling in the boat with us. So hopefully that kind of came through. Had a good time. It was absolutely gorgeous day. Had a day or two to burn here before another big trip comes up, and while Mitchell edits the previous trip. So we're trying to do double duty here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this one. Hopefully you guys are catching some spring walleyes. we'll be doing tons of app breakdowns on river fishing. We got a new one going up for lake fishing right now, all sorts of stuff. But hopefully you guys are getting in the boat and catching a few spring walleyes as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys are not yet, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys next time.